All right. Hodl,
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 hodl.
hodl.
Save, save, save.
Save.
Build a,
Builder,
build a,
builder,
build a.
builder.
Sound
Sound money.
money, sound
Sound money.
money. Well, hello. This is open to the public, and we haven't done this since what? Yesterday we did a little one
Yeah.
with Canute. So,
Been
and
active the last few days.
but so because we're promoting the conference, guys. This is the first time. It's not open to the public yet. I don't think it will be because I think it'll be sold out. So what we're doing is we really want to encourage people from all over the world and not just communist Fornia and and Mexico to come to this conference. So we want to invite all you Europeans, and we got a New Zealander on here that lives in Brazil, and we got. Uh, we want people from all over the world to be at this conference. So we're kind of giving them first dibs. The name of it's Bitcoin Standard Conference. We couldn't believe that website was even available, but there it was. So we got it.
So
And
bitcoinstandardconference.com.
yeah, and the conference starts on the 12th. But the reason we have Giacomo on is he's going to be doing his running Bitcoin conference, which is setting up a node. It's a 2-day conference. He's going to be doing that while Jimmy does the programming blockchain. So if you want to do that seminar, there's a link that goes directly to him. What is the charge on that, Giacomo? $1,000? Is that what you charge?
$1,000, but the first two registrants will have a scholarship thanks to a very generous sponsor, some ugly old goat. I don't know exactly
Well,
what.
actually, that's still open to the now. I got four of them, and this guy claimed one, and this guy claimed one, and but I want to do it. But it looks I probably have to buy some more scholarships. I actually open them up to members, two members. All they got to do, they got to get there a day early and pay for their hotel room. But that's all. Otherwise, it's free.
Putting the bill.
I'm footing the bill for it. So, it's kind of a win-win. I don't see how these guys are going to have time for it. I said, look, we're going to be running a conference. You got to do all this legwork. I want to learn to build a node. My problem is I can barely use a mouse. So, uh, at any
Maybe
rate,
you can do the next time when you are a guest at another conference where you can relax more and you're not
okay.
organized.
Well, yeah, and you're not teaching anybody how to use a mouse anyway, are you?
Not
I
really.
kind of need to start at that level, I think. So, all
I
right. So,
promise that this time around it will be simpler than what we did in Las Vegas because people in Las Vegas was very, very challenged by those 2 days with me and Alekos. It was very intense.
well, it looked really complicated to me. Anytime I see any two wires that stick out of computers, I kind of just go blank. So that's what we do. And guys, this those workshops are the 10th and the 11th, and so uh, yeah, we haven't quite figured out where we're going to have it, but we have plenty of places, and we're going to be working our butts off for the next 2 months here. We got a whole new house we're getting created here for the conference. So on the after the workshop, we have the Carnivory dinner, and that's on August 11th, and that's an option. That's extra. It's $300. You want to go to that, and all the speakers will be there, and the conference then is the following day on the 12th and the 13th. That's at the Lucerne Hotel, which is I think, the largest and the nicest hotel in Sonata.
Yeah, 5 star.
Yeah, it's
Beautiful
five.
place.
Oh,
Showed a video yesterday.
yeah, okay. And so that we're doing that there, and that is Wednesday. I've been Thursday and Friday, and we have a dinner that night. It'll be Thursday night. Be at the Lucerne too. I think we're working on that. And be outside and everything. And then if you come to the next event, we have the Wreck But Not Ruin Adventure Tour, and that's going to be like just kind of blow you away. It's going to be at a place that's called the Horsepower Ranch. It's kind of we're roughing it. You want to show them how we rough it on the Horsepower Ranch, and so Saturday. Yeah, you can watch that video. That's pretty cool. But show them the ranch. There's a picture of it on the right. And there it is. And we'll have all the buggies out there. We'll have ATVs and the big buggies, and we've got a professional. I get all my buggies from a guy that runs buggy rental. I just get them. He runs them to the ground, and I say, yeah, I'll buy them once you want to resell them. So that's one of our buggies there. So it's a lot of fun. If you've never done it, it's crazy, and it is definitely an adventure tour. So we'll probably have a. If you're not up for that, we'll probably can do a wine tour too.
Well, you can always just come along. And
Or
not do
yes,
the
you can
buggy.
come. Well, you ride in the buggy. Some people may not want to do that though, but at any rate, that's what we're going to do. And then Sunday morning is breakfast, and everybody goes home. Or you can stay in Ensenada. So, we'll take it from there. So that's it. Let's see. We're actually following an agenda today. We got the
Well, we
website,
can't have you wandering
date,
all
time.
over the place.
Yeah.
You know
And
you ramble.
price and affiliate code. The reason we want to have Giacomo on here,
Good job.
yeah, is he all the speakers, and if you're a member, guys, if you're my memberships are not cheap. It's a tenth of a Bitcoin. I've never changed the price. When I started, you could buy a lifetime membership. My life, not yours, and it was like $200 or $300. And right now it's about $4,000. And I haven't come off of it. And now it's not lifetime. You just get it for a year, and you got to renew every year. But one of the things that you get is you have an affiliate code to these conferences. And so since we have Giacomo on, he's got an affiliate code. You like Giacomo like I do, sign up under his name. You get a 15% discount, and we give him a little kickback. That's how it works.
A little.
Yeah,
under the table.
and it's kind of the closest thing we do to shitcoining. So
Well, you do actual shit coining.
yeah, I did, don't I? I did that INEX thing. Oh boy, nobody called me down on that one yet. At any rate,
So
but
this is your Prince Meyer moment, actually.
every man has his weaknesses, so that's the way it is. So yeah, I think that's it. And we started out as speakers. I want to go to all panelists, but with you, Giacomo, I think I want to make an exception because you do such outstanding speakers. If I only have one speaker, I want you to be the speaker and do one of your special monologues that we can record professionally and everything, because there's nobody that tells stories quite like you do. You give a sense of humor to Bitcoin that I really appreciate. Other people, I don't know why you offend them, but I just think it's if you don't have a sense of humor, you're really not a Bitcoiner. I don't think. In fact, can you go to his Twitter so we can find out just who he is now? He changes. I don't know what is that pronoun? I'm not sure what that pronoun. A cop pig? Copper?
Yeah, exactly. That's about mostly the COP debate. You know that I like to tease fellow conservatives because I think they are a little bit bootlickers when you talk about police brutality, and so I like to use that pronoun to offend them. But they are not so offended. It's working so far.
Okay, and then of course you're
You're non-binary as well.
yeah a
Yeah.
black market supremacist. I get that one. Are you? Oh, you're still a woman, lesbian. So you're black lesbian then, right? Black market supremacist
Yeah,
lesbian.
black market maximalist, and also I'm a non-binary. This is a joke about the ternary number system, the balanced ternary number system. It's a very nerdy joke.
Oh, okay.
Right,
But you have to know your 3 R's to understand that one.
So
I
if you're
think.
not a nerd, it's just straight up.
And what is
offensive.
it? COVID 1984 minimalist? I missed that. Did I live through that one? Did I?
No,
live-
this is just about this Coronazi bullshit. COVID-19 is the pathology. COVID-1984 is a blend between the virus and Orwell's society, which is the.
Oh,
And
okay.
I'm a minimalist of that, meaning that I'm not really very bullish on Nazism currently.
All right. So LNP, I think that's Lightning Network Protocol. Am I right on that one?
Lightning Network Protocol / Bitcoin Protocol has a similitude with TCP/IP. You have the Bitcoin protocol as base layer, and on top you have the Lightning Network Protocol as the first layer, and you can build a stack. Just like in internet, you have IP, which is internet protocol, and then TCP, and then you go up. So it's the same analogy.
Okay. Well, it sounds good. All sounds good to me. And your wife will be coming, and she's actually going to be a
quite an
speaker,
introduction.
but we don't have her beautiful picture. I don't have the goat lady speaker. She's going to be there too. So there's going to be quite a few wives. This is actually a conference that is family friendly. If you want to bring your family, guys, and so I would. Is something to consider. It'll be different. We'll actually have facilities quite separate from the conference because some of the husbands and the wives want to go to the conference, so that's all going to be taken care of. Fly into Tijuana, we will pick you up at the airport. So I mean, we make it all easy. You we'll, so that's it. I mean, you really don't have to do anything except if you like alcohol, you might have to buy a few of your own drinks, but I think we'll be providing some of that.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Little taste.
So.
All right. So you want to get to the end of this?
Okay.
Almost there.
Oh, let the guests introduce themselves. Well, Giacomo, we'll let you do that first. We kind of already did it, and show your affiliate code. Where's your affiliate code? And who are you? Tell us who you are.
So I start with me. So
yeah.
Yeah, mostly a troll, as Ugly already said. I just like to have fun, but I'm also trying to be a Bitcoin educator and consultant. So my education is in theoretical physics. I know nothing about finance, and I know nothing about cryptography, and I know nothing about computer science, and that's make me very qualified to talk about Bitcoin, which is at the intersection of three fields. And I like to teach stuff basically, and in the specific case, the workshop will be about running a full node with a few advanced things like Lightning and CoinJoin. And during the conference, I still didn't discuss the title of my speech, but I will try to make it funny.
Okay, well that would be great because like I say, I think you're the only one that I don't care to hear most of these other guys speak. Really, I like to hear their opinions, but I know I don't like to speak. But he's so good at it. I mean, it wouldn't be a show without you because I just love, and then I love the reactions. Some of the reactions would just amaze me. I couldn't believe it.
It's becoming increasingly difficult because at the beginning the comicity was the comic effect was mostly involuntary due to the English my English skills. Now it's becoming more intentional. It's becoming very challenging to me to keep the standard of foolish.
I feel like all the best comedy is always involuntary.
Another special guest, just so you guys that are watching on the public, this is open to the public. I do these shows regularly just to our member group. We have a Telegram group. But Marcus is a member, and so he actually, when we do these, we have a link. So you're actually on the group now too, Giacomo. So anytime we're doing a show, you can pop in just as a guest because that's what we want to develop more and more. So, Marcus, hey, thanks for coming on because, this is what we want. I think that you probably came on because of our special guest today. Am I right on that? Or what made you flip and decide to be a YouTube all-star today?
Basically, the email came through. I'm not very active on the Telegram group. Just there's way too much going on there. And timing was good. I happened to be in front of my computer. I thought, let's have a look. As well as that, you had the option of the Zoom, and I thought, well, that's a great idea. Like you say, it makes you feel a bit special. I'm on the same screen as, I can't pronounce the name, Giacomo, who I also love to hear speak. And I think what makes him quite special is the passion that he speaks with when he's talking about things. It's he 100% believes what he says, which these days can be a little bit rare in people. So it's great to hear him speak on all topics. And so, I'm just thankful for the opportunity to jump in and be in the room with you guys. Thank you very much.
And if you don't like Giacomo, but you like Marcus, we'll put Marcus's affiliate code on there too, because you don't have to sign up to get the 15. If you try and go to the conference without an affiliate code, it's not going to work for you. Okay, because it's kind of that whoever brings bread to the table gets to eat.
That's the way.
So you showed up today, Marcus. So we're going to put your affiliate code because half the world doesn't like Giacomo. So
yeah, exactly. If you don't like it, you just have to pay a small premium to the ticket, and you will have a special experience where you avoid any kind of interaction with me. I will be very careful.
Okay. Wow, I think we covered everything already, right?
Right.
And
we've got the affiliate codes in the description below.
Yeah. So this is
That
kind of
was everything.
semi-open to the public. You're a fan of Marcus, which I'm sure he's YouTube famous now. Or if you're a fan of Giacomo, sign up under them, guys. It's going to be sold out. That's why we're doing this, because this is appealing to our European audience. We did it last night. We wanted to kind of do Latin America because we're in Mexico. We got Juan Galt is going to be a speaker, and so is David Puel, and so we want to promote them before we get the heavy hitters in. Yeah, we get Tone Vays and Jimmy Song. Yeah, that's it. Everybody's going to be there, and we don't know who's going to show up yet, because there are a lot of people that they haven't said no yet. So we'll make room for them if they say yes. But I really thank you, Giacomo, for making this commitment way back when. So I'm really looking forward to it. But we have to get together. Tell me all your plans. We'll figure. I love where I live, if you can't tell. So it's just a great place, and we have more freedom here than I think anywhere in the world. So
that's a very good reason to come there. Also to get out of the typical European open sky prison mindset. So myself, we are discussing a lot about visiting Mexico and Costa Rica and other places, but when you don't go, you don't start thinking about some place.
Yeah, and I've got, like I say, I've got lots of cars down here, so we might just go with you if you want to take, if you want to plan a trip down the Baja. We got the Whale Shark Tour down there in Baja de Los Angeles, which is really nice. So there's all kinds of, it's really nice. A lot of people are coming. If you're thinking about, becoming a Mexican resident or making it a second home, you need to check with the Mexican consulate in your country, because you want to get the paperwork done before you come. Because you may not leave. That's what this guy did. He came and said, "I'm staying."
He came for a week, and then he said, "I'm not leaving."
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, Europe wasn't and still isn't much of competition right now.
So.
All right. How are things in Italy, Giacomo? Still
Right
pretty
now,
rough.
Yeah, it's it's very boiled frog. Now they reopen it a little bit, but not really, because, for example, this winter, when contagion rate was very high, restaurants were open, but there was this strange ritual in which you enter the restaurant, you are outside without the mask, then you put the mask to enter the restaurant, so you show that you are very concerned. Then you sit down and you take off the mask and you eat and talk. Then you have to put it on again to go to the bathroom, because when you leave the table with other people, that's the moment you are most contagious. So during the winter, that was the ritual for a few months. Now, then in spring, in February, they closed down everything completely again, and now they are reopening, but only on the outside. So a lot of restaurants that they don't have any outside place, they were open during the winter, in maximum contagion season, and now they're completely closed because they cannot have an outside place. So everything is completely arbitrary. The good thing is that people are starting to stop caring about regulation, since they cannot really be compliant anyway. They're just going guys, I just want to work. I will open. I don't care. There are a few people like that, but it's multiplying. Now I'm in Switzerland. Switzerland is even more problematic, because in Switzerland, regulation is a little bit less crazy, but the compliance rate in population is total. Like with Swiss people, you tell them, guys, you have to go around with an umbrella up your ass. They will do that
Really?
for science. So there's complete compliance. So there is a referendum in Switzerland in June to abolish all the centralized restrictions imposed from Bern, and I hope they win. But if they don't, Switzerland is strange. But Switzerland gives a vibe which is even worse than Italy at times.
Well, I know Italy. You were traveling when this whole thing hit, and Italy was the first one to get hit, and you were worried you couldn't even get home. When was that? I can't remember when that was, but I know you were out traveling.
Must have been right around unconfiscatable.
Unconfiscatable conference.
Okay.
We were there, and that was the moment in which me and Mir, we were watching at China, and we were a little bit concerned because there were these videos about people falling down in the street, people that there was like a journal article, people like patient in this hospital are becoming blue, their skin, because of COVID. So it was all crazy, and we were concerned because there was no data. So we started to tell everybody at the conference. Mir was around the conference saying, "Everybody, guys, this situation is strange, it's serious," and nobody was giving absolutely zero fuck. We were calling our parents in Italy, like, "Guys, stay home because something is happening," and they were calling us crazy conspiracy theorists. Then we went to Hawaii after Confiscatable. Then we got back at the beginning of March in Italy, and now everybody was completely completely scared out of their brain. Everybody was terrorized, total lockdown, and it was the first country in the West to establish a Chinese a Communist Party mandate lockdown. So Italy was the first country to import instead of the previous guideline for epidemics that were mostly reasonable. They exported the Chinese Communist Party guidelines. And after Italy, there was basically a domino effect because then UK also imported the Communist Party guidelines, and then basically everybody else, including parts of the USA.
All right. Hey, we just had Canute. Oh, Canute just left. We just had Canute
We had
check
a
in.
double feature.
A double feature. But, hey, Eddie, can you make sure that Joachim book has the link? He should have it because he was going to pop on too. Joachim, because he doesn't know if he can make it because of all the restrictions, and he's from somewhere in the Netherlands. So he wants to make it. Huh?
He's in the Netherlands?
I think so, or Sweden, or somewhere up there, Northern Europe somewhere. But he should. I think he said it was going to come on. So just make sure he gets the link because, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. He's a defender of fractional reserve banking. Of course, I think there should be no reserves. I'm a free market guy. I think the market can determine the reserves. That's what banking was all about. So once you have a fixed reserve, it doesn't work anymore because they just lower the fix. Oh, we 80%. No, we just need 40. No, we just need 10.
We'll debate that with him when he comes.
Yeah, but that's for the conference. All these funds. Things hey, too, when you're looking on the conference, if you have any ideas, Giacomo, of topics, because those are changeable, and ones that you want to talk about, because you'll be on at least one panel, maybe two or three, and we just want this to be really, open dialogue and discussion. So, and we got Canute here. He got on again this morning. I think you two know each other, don't you? I'm sure you do.
Sorry,
hi.
just before Canute, apologies, I need to leave, but thank you once again for this opportunity. It's been really cool just being in the background.
You're welcome anytime, Marcus.
Marcus, do it again. We that's what we want. We want more membership participation because that's what this is. I learned from you guys as much as you learned from me. So, okay.
Cool. Will do if I can. Cheers.
Right.
Have a great day.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Hi and bye, Marcus.
All right. Wow, we're getting a lot
Hi,
better at
Giacomo.
this.
Whoa.
Hi, Knut, our brother from a luckiest country.
Yeah. The most socialist country is the most open country. The world is upside down, yeah. But as I told Ugly yesterday, I think it's mostly due to incompetence and a lack of a will to act at all from our government. And but we are lucky in that sense that they are so incompetent and reluctant to act because that's what we want from politicians, right? We don't want them to act.
Better that than overreact, that's for sure.
Yeah. I can see how...
The best trait in a politician or a bureaucrat: laziness and
exactly.
to act.
Yeah. Incompetence works as long as they don't
here's
act
another
it out.
guy. If you don't like Giacomo and you want to come to the conference, you can sign up under Canute. And I think most of the world would admit that Canute's probably a nicer guy than Giacomo. So at least most of the shitcoin world out there. So if you're a shitcoiner and you want to come learn something and you don't like Giacomo, just sign up under Canute. So that will work. The whole thing, guys, the whole enchilada is $19.95. That includes hotel accommodations, includes everything.
Yeah.
And your meals, just, there might be a few little things you might need, but we'll pick you up at the airport.
I think it's one of the best conference deals I've seen.
And yeah, so it's hotel, it's accommodations, it's everything. You don't have to come to the whole thing. It's $9.95 for the conference, $9.95 for the adventure tour, $300 for the carnivory dinner, and then extra. You would have to pay for one day if you want to do one of these workshops with Jimmy or with Giacomo. That will be the Tuesday and Wednesday before the conference.
Right.
So they're 2-day workshops, and they're good. I mean, yeah, and that's another member benefit. If you're a member, I still got a couple of those. You want to learn to build a node? This is come to the conference.
One.
Huh? I got
one left.
Yeah, but I don't think he's like I said. I'll have to go to another conference when I'm relaxed and do it because I don't see any way that I know how these conferences go. You got a whole lot of you think everything's going to just go smooth. I've been through too many rodeos.
I think I've done a few more events than you have, old man.
So, but I'm not talking about events. I'm talking about anything. I had more than one business, and you think, oh, I didn't know that. I would have never done this if I'd known that. It's ignorance that makes you try new things. If you knew what you're getting into, 90% of the time you wouldn't even attempt it.
Probably true.
Yeah. What number is your poster, Giacomo? I have 11. Number 11 here out of 21.
This is volume 2 poster.
Yeah, but there was only 21. There were only 21 of these made. So you have a number down in the left corner there somewhere.
Well, I didn't even know that. I didn't even catch those guys. It's like you guys you got the same underwear on too, or?
That's me, and this Giacomo right in front of me there, I think.
We're close even here.
Yeah.
It was not nice, actually. This was completely spontaneous order. And the number of these is 13 over 21. So this is a
13.
Yeah.
So how come I'm 11 and you're 13 and there's no one in between us? How does that work out?
Maybe
really
it's like
strange.
a pseudo. No, this is Satoshi inside here. Some
Yeah.
pseudonymous.
Okay,
Yeah, or maybe it's only prime numbers.
Pardon my ignorance, but what is Citadel 21?
You've got the magazine lying around over there.
Magazine.
Oh, I do?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's Hodlonaut's magazine. He made like
okay.
a fanzine style magazine for all the plebs to write articles for.
Okay,
So,
did you order that or Juan order it? See, these guys are all up at the latest. I barely can. I didn't.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're kind of hard to get a hold of because there are only 1,000 of each print of each issue. Yeah, you got it there.
All right. Okay.
So that's
cool.
the thing; they're scarce.
Well, I have to invite. I don't know. Did we invite Hodlonaut yet? I think
Yes,
we
he
did.
couldn't make it,
He can't make it. Okay.
unfortunately.
Not too bad.
All right.
Actually, you have to know that Knut has the poster because he wrote for Citadel 21. I got
Exactly.
the poster because I promised to write for Citadel 21 1 year ago, and Hodlonaut is waiting for my article, which I'm still finishing. Since
Oh, that's nice. Oh, wow.
Joachim.
That's great.
Yeah,
Well, we want to start like a big Bitcoin museum. I actually got Bitcoin museum.
You did?
Yeah, the Hall of Fame. Somebody got Bitcoin Hall of Fame.
Bitcoin Standard Museum.
Oh, Bitcoin Standard Museum.
Yeah,
Well, that's
yeah.
better. That's better than Bitcoin Museum. Bitcoin Standard Museum, Bitcoin Hall of Fame was in Hall of Shame. They're both gone. That's what I really like to call it. Hey, we got somebody. Hey, there he is. There's Giacomo.
Hey guys, how's it going? Can you hear me all right?
Welcome.
All right.
Yep.
You got a new
Thanks.
speaker. Yes. Tell us your story. The first time yesterday you said, "Oh, you may not be making it." Come on now. I invited you because
dude.
I got it. You got to pull some cords here on fractional reserve banking.
I mean, I would like to, and I would love to, and I think I mean, lots of the Bitcoin community needs that. So I mean, yeah. But I mean, I live in Iceland. I'm kind of stuck here. Flights are terrible unless I go through the US, and they are currently not letting anybody in. And when I come back, I still have to sit 14 days in a quarantine somewhere.
Oh wow.
I mean-
Oh wow.
before they fix this, I don't see myself going over.
Well, are we
Like,
sure about this America thing? Because we were able to fly in the other 3 weeks ago. It's just driving in they won't allow from here.
Yeah, you can fly into Mexico, but he's getting back. You getting back. But you know what? You come down here, you may not go back to Iceland. Although I wouldn't mind having a conference in Iceland sometime. That sounds up. I've always wanted to visit
I can
Iceland.
visit.
I knew you were somewhere up north, but I thought it was European. Iceland is what country? They're their own country, aren't they?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Indeed, sir.
You're not at all fulfilling American stereotypes here.
No, not
I
at
know.
all. We promise.
Well, I know Iceland's supposed to have the most beautiful women in the world, but
Oh, see,
Mexico
No.
won Miss Universe.
see, that he knows, but whether or not it's a country, that's sort of it.
But
I don't know about that. I'm gonna call bullshit
Mexico
on
won
that.
Miss Universe, and oh, boy, is she gorgeous. I had to post her. I said, man, and Mexican women, like I say, there's kind of no in between. They're either really fat and ugly, or they're just gorgeous. And
I can see already how politically correct this conversation.
Yeah, I was gonna say this. I think
Yeah.
this might be the one that gets us banned.
That'll be hopeless.
The last one. Well, you know, they have to excuse an old man. I can say it. At my age, you can say anything you want, and they just have to. I like the crazy uncle, you know. That's the way it is. So, well, I hope you can make it. If things change, we'll make room for you because I
Exactly.
read
So
your
it's still-
articles,
we
and
still
I
got
think
what?
you'll be great.
So,
I have an
we still got
invitation
3
out there
months
for
or so,
George
so I kinda
Selton. I
have
don't
to-
know if he'll come or not.
yeah.
Yeah, that'd be nice, huh?
I could be a miniature version of Seljan, like not as bright and not as well read, not as eloquent.
Right. So and there's another one. We got 2 alternatives. If you don't like Giacomo, you can sign up because we still have you down as a speaker. We got your mug up there and everything. So until you say definitely not, you're still a speaker. And you know, if nothing else, maybe you can come in remotely or something. We'll figure it out. But you know, yeah. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Now you write for one of my favorite institutions. That's American Institute for Economic Research. How'd you get hooked up with them?
So a couple of years ago, so this is an old institute, right? Like it's been around since the 30s and Easy Harvard and all that stuff. But it's been pretty dormant, small, not doing much for the last, I don't know, I would say even 30 years. Until Ed Stringham and Jeffrey Tucker sort of resurrected it maybe 3 years ago. Somehow, I don't know, they managed to get themselves inside there, and Ed was elected president, and then he started to like turn the entire thing around, and then it just exploded, and now there's like events and people everywhere.
Wow. Well, I saw that because I knew it was dead, you know, because when I got out of prison, 2002, and they were doing nothing. Then all of a sudden, wow, they got a website now. It's really well done. Some great, a lot of variety of articles. And it's Jeffrey Tucker. I know him. Who's the other one that you said is doing it?
So Edward Stringham, he's very much into like private governance. He's written a lot about like early stock markets or like private police forces and that kind of thing.
All right.
What
Well,
else
maybe
is he
I'll
known
invite
for?
one of those
He's
guys
very
to
slick.
come, yeah.
He's lectured at the Mises Institute. He's been in this crowd for a long time. But yeah, he's very interesting. And then so I was lucky enough to have friends who were visiting scholars there. Maybe the first time they took visiting scholars forever. And it was just like this massive, beautiful house in Western Massachusetts, big ass mansion in the middle of the Berkshires. And 2 of my friends went out there for a semester or 2, basically doing their research, but there was nobody else there. And there was a library, and they had internet connections, but there was nobody else there and doing anything.
Wow. Oh, yeah. That's like a sitting gold mine for anybody that want to do research. I hope they haven't thrown away. They might have some of my old, way back when I used to write a monthly newsletter, and all that stuff's
Possibly.
gone, but they might have that somewhere, the gold standard
Yeah,
news.
they have massive archives.
Oh, if they have
A library filled with all kinds of money.
I'll pay them. I'd like to get a copy of all my how I was making a fool of myself back then when I was promoting gold. So, geez, that would be good.
Yeah, I mean the library. Just to tell you how well stocked this library is in like the narrow field of monetary economics and like gold and money and that kind of thing. Books that I were looking for at my library in Oxford, one of the biggest libraries in the world. They have everything in the English-speaking language. Right?
Is that Oxford, England, or Oxford, Iceland?
Oxford, England.
Oh, okay. Well, I want to make sure. I don't know Iceland very well, but I think
so one of the biggest libraries in the world, right? They have everything. They do not have. I was looking for a specific book on monetary institutions or something. They did not have it, and I asked my librarians to get it for me, and they're like, "No, it's out. I can't. Like, we can't get it. You have to go to like what's it called? The people who sell old books, antiquaries." I come to this tiny little place in Western Massachusetts. I look through the library, and there it is. They have a book that does not exist in the University of Oxford fucking library.
This isn't the right one. Well, E.C. Harwood.
Let me just cut in there.
Yeah. If you're not familiar,
there's no.
Oh.
Okay. There's no Oxford in Iceland. There might be an Oxfjord.
Possibly. I like that. It's good. Can't see it.
This is a Harwood gold piece. He's my mentor, guys. This is who, and I actually mentored these. Has sound commercial banking on it, and he wrote these terribly boring news letters, but his books are great, and particularly wrote an article that finally I understood what he meant. He called it the lost art of sound commercial banking, and I got it. You know, I understand it, and I say, yeah, that's it. And so, like I say, he's my mentor. What was really cool about Harwood is that he was really a blue collar guy, but an intellectual. I mean, he was a man's man, and he worked for. He was not the intellectual ivory tower crowd. He was more, very staid. He wasn't a Giacomo, but he was. But he didn't have that kind of humor. But he was a lot of fun and just a man's man. And like I say, and he self-published everything. He started this institute all by himself, and he got people into gold back in the 70s. And the SEC just about shut him down and did him in, but he beat him. And the judge said, "What is this all about?" And like I say, he lived a life that to me was exemplary, and I'm so glad that they're resurrected, because that is a gold mine up there. That I would encourage anybody. I mean, to just go take the summer off or spend some time up there, relax, and start doing some homework, because that's what they have it up there for. So.
Anyway, Joachim, even if you can make it to Mexico, we should organize. You should organize a Bitcoin conference in Iceland. I mean, we have currently we have the mining facilities for the good climate for mining, and also we have the historical example of a almost anarcho-capitalist society with stuff. So it would be very interesting historically.
Yeah, and low time preference is all over the place. You need to save for the winter and stuff, and yeah, and geothermal energy is everywhere.
Yeah, the environmental FUD completely goes away, right? It's like
it completely
it's the cleanest
goes away.
energy we have.
It debunked by a fucking volcano, so no one can fly back. Yeah.
Conference, last day we throw Elon Musk in a volcano to demonstrate renewable.
Yeah, and then the volcano supplies the steam for the electricity for the mining. It's what is that? Butterflies and wings on one side of the world affects
chaos theory.
Yeah, chaos theory in action.
This is amazing.
Perfect.
All right. Well, I think we did the show. Wow, we wanted to keep it at 30 minutes, and I think we probably went for an hour. But, guys, again, we're here to promote the conference. It will be sold out. If we have a limited capacity now, we are very optimistic that we'll be able to open it up. But if we open it up, the price will go up from $19.95 for the total package to $500, $24.95, and the price of the conference, and they'll all go up a couple $100. So get it now, because it's not assured we're going to be able to open up, and it'll be a higher price if we do. So this is your chance. We really are doing this because we want to kind of give top priority to people that are in Europe or Iceland or Brazil or New Zealand or Australia
or
Korea or anywhere but right here. We're going to have all these communist foreigners coming down here, and they're really obnoxious anyway. So they're obnoxious and think they're cool. They don't even know it. They don't know how the rest. I like New Yorkers better than I like communist foreigners.
And they have a bad reputation.
Yeah, so anyway,
That speaks volumes. Anyway, keep going. I'm playing.
well, I'm done. I don't know why we need to keep going. We're sold out? We probably don't have any tickets left after this conference. So,
Go grab your tickets. BitcoinStandardConference.com.
BitcoinStandardConference.com. I still can't believe we got that domain name. I said, that can't be. When I looked at it, I said, that can't be. But it was there. So there we are.
You're lucky that Saifedean doesn't believe in intellectual property enforcement.
Yeah, Tonex says, "Are you sure you can use that? Are you sure you can use that name?" And I said, "Well, we're the conference. We're not the Bitcoin book. He's the book." I was actually able to copyright a gold standard, but it's corporation golds, as long as there's something else attached to it. So I guess if I wanted to, I could trademark Bitcoin Standard Conference, but
you could have called it boom or bust, because of the bust.
the boom or
No,
bust.
that'd be taken too. There are so many books called Boom and Bust.
Yeah, but
yeah.
big.
Yeah, we could call it
boom.
bust and bust.
There's a
Bust and
conference
bust.
after
Okay.
all.
Busted. Something busted.
Busted. That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
He's got a bust. How many of those have you made now?
Oh,
the bust
that's
of Saifedean
Tyler.
and the-
Yeah, well,
Yeah, yeah.
we've got Tyler, and this is the only one we have in our presence right now. This is the mold. There's actually one done in bronze that's waiting up. I got to pick up, but we got show them the picture safe and in. Well, this is kind of, we only share this to members, but yeah, we're gonna. And then we have the Bitcoin Standard 20 winners that are to be announced at the conference. So that's going to be a big deal too. So you got, yeah, I mean, these are beautiful. I mean, I showed it to Safe and he went, wow. And I said, yeah, we were pretty proud of it. And a guy just kind of volunteered, I'd like to do this. I said, okay, I'll hire you. He's going to be down here where he's actually going to be a residence. There it is. There's the finished product, if you can see that. And so we'll have one of Tyler like this. And so that's why I kind of want to get the Bitcoin Museum down here. Okay, everybody see that now?
Yeah.
All right. So very well done. And I think it kind of blew Saifedean away. We weren't expecting that at all. So, hopefully something, Tyler, when I did the Bitcoin Standard staff, he said, "Oh, I'm so glad you did that, Ugly, because we need traditions." And I agree with that. We need to build traditions. It's just a reinforcement fund. It's not anything. It's something that we have fun, but we want to honor people. And it was no question in 2018 who was going to get it, because Saifedean wrote the book that really kind of gave us all an intellectual foundation. And then Tyler, he died on it, so I didn't have a choice, man. And he said, okay, Tyler, because everybody loved him so much. And, he was talking about $10 million Bitcoin way back when, and but also outlined all the risks. And he taught a lot of people a lot about Bitcoin. I learned a lot from him. He taught me like the 5 pillars of Bitcoin. So, and these are the people, and people have done some things out there that we want to acknowledge. So we have to develop that shield idea too. We have shield for developers.
Yeah, I still can't remember what it was. We talked about that day.
Yeah. So at any rate, but that's where we're going. This is my kind of contribution back to Bitcoin. Guys, I couldn't do this without Bitcoin. I mean, how it works, the way I teach, it's HODL. save, and that's reward yourself, which incidentally, the goat lady bought an Escalade and a Bronco for me when Bitcoin was 60,000, and I was able to buy the Bitcoin back at 30,000. I don't know how she does it. She trades trucks better than I trade Bitcoin. But, you know, so she did that one, and then, so that's saving, and then you Builda. And Builda was the website, and Builda's now this, we did a working man's Bitcoin cruise, which was a complete financial disaster, except everybody paid me in Bitcoin, so I wound up making money on it. It's like, Bitcoin pays for a lot of mistakes. So far, that ain't happening. Everybody's bought a ticket at $50,000 and $60,000 Bitcoin, and I said, well, what happened to my margin?
Found the strongest argument against Bitcoin. Basically, Bitcoin will bail out any bad mistake made by anybody. As long as you get Bitcoin, you can make disaster financial plans, and this will teach you nothing. So.
Exactly. So that's Builda. So the same back then when I started the website, that was in 2018 in December, Bitcoin was $3,500. 10 Bitcoin was 35,000. The same Bitcoin's now over $500,000. Well, it was, what, 400,000. But now we can use that same Bitcoin to develop and more new ideas and more new wealth. This is where the future is, guys. This is how it's going to work. And like I say, Michael Saylor, he really nailed it when he called it, you use Bitcoin as your treasury. And that's really what I taught. I just didn't have those words. Those words are perfect because that's what you do. It's your treasury. And you hodl it. And then I was accused this year because I wasn't trading. I was accused of hiding behind my hodl. This was a member, and he was right. And then I said, you know what? You're right. That's exactly what you hide behind that hodl, and then you come out every now and again and take a couple shots with your hodl and see what happens. So that's what this conference is about. This is just kind of, you know, taking a new risk at a different level. Without Bitcoin, we wouldn't have this studio. We wouldn't be building all the stuff we're building. I wouldn't have all these. We wouldn't be doing an adventure tour or anything like that. So. We can have a lot of fun, but very serious about what this is all about too. Sound money, and I'm first. Bitcoin is sound money, and that's the only thing in the digital world I think is sound money. But I'm really for sound money, and I first, and I think Bitcoin is the most likely candidate. But you know, on my readings and studies, you know, according Hayek thinks that what's going to happen is the best we can hope for, it will compete with government fiat, which that'd be great. Great if all the governments were back on the gold standard, and here we can go between who has the soundest money with our Bitcoin. Wow, what kind of great kind of world that would be to live in. I don't know. I think it'd be kind of cool. And gold has this little, you know, it's got these properties where you know, it's physical. Well, so do nation states. They have physical boundaries. So gold's perfect for nations. But for imaginative idiots like us, Bitcoin is better. So
Work better. It's worked fine for me.
yeah, I mean, this is a failed drug dealer that forgot he had the Bitcoin. That's how he. I mean, genius, absolute genius. All right.
Not sure everyone would agree with that one, but fair enough.
Well,
I'll take it.
it's the proof is in the pudding. So that's the whole thing. All right. Again, this is going way on too long. Oh, you got somebody have questions or anything?
Yeah, you want to go from?
We could go ask. Oh yeah, yes. I got 4 of these. Actually, they were online and they come from Pakistan. Like they're $120. It's leather, absolutely beautiful. Okay. These times. Oh, stream. Oh, well, the biology blogger. That's what the membership is for. I mean, I do write articles, and everything you need to know about, you know, how I trade and what I teach are there. But if you really want, you know, to keep when I'm online, that's what we have a membership for. We have the Telegram group that I share with. So, good dip. Yes, is a dip over. My view is this thing's going to pop right back up. I think Canute, you nailed it yesterday. I complete agreement with you. This thing is what it needed to correct it. We went into a big contango. Lots of good hedging down there. We hit this market. We went into backwardization. You cover your shorts. Now this thing's going to pop up so fast. It's not 2017. It's more like just after it broke out over 1,000 when it went past the gold price before and went up to 20. And this is going to happen, 2, 3, 4 times. And it just, this is what we needed. We had to clean everybody's whistle. And the next thing I hope that, and I think is very likely happen is Bitcoin is going to take off and just leave these shit coins behind. Is we get people are going to, well, why is this not working? And the Bitcoiners keep going
By
up.
shitcoins, you mean the US dollar as well, right?
Huh? Yeah.
By
and
shitcoin,
measured
you mean
in
the US
dollars.
dollars.
Bitcoin,
Biggest-
Bitcoin's a Bitcoin.
Biggest shitcoin of all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The biggest, yeah.
So
what-
we all know there's a last bull run. We don't know which one this is. Is this the second to last? Is the third to last? Like there's a last bull run somewhere in the future.
No.
Where it,
And
yeah.
that's why I said that's what using Bitcoin. What I've been doing, it really worked well, guys. Is I'm using my Bitcoin as collateral to buy gold, and my average price is right around 17.20 now. It's just working like a gangbuster because when I actually made Bitcoin, and when I had that drop, my equity in my gold trust went way up because Bitcoin was worth less. So I got more of a hodl. And so when they both go, I mean, it could go sour on me, but
As before.
yeah, I'm going to ride this baby for all it's worth. I hope because I think gold is also sound money, guys. I'm a little bit a lot of the Bitcoiners are just anti-gold, and then you have the Peter Schiffs, the gold bugs that they just don't get Bitcoin. Hey, it's all good in my mind. Well, I'd love to see nations go back to the gold standard. Wow, that's like Sapien says in his book. So that's the most effective attack that can ever be done on Bitcoin, because we have alternatives. Now you can safely invest and put your Bitcoin in different. I think the jurisdiction issue is going to be the biggest one. Because anytime you have Bitcoin in the United States or Mexico, whatever country you're in, you have to deal with the legacy account. So that's at risk. That's your risk, and that's why we're having this conference, because I don't trust the United States government at all. I see these legacy accounts I see that they're just sitting ducks. They on a stroke of a pen they can tax them or confiscate them or change the law, because it was it's not a free market. They said, well, we'll set this up, and if you're sitting there in the United States and your whole wealth is based on the value of your house and your retirement account, you are extremely vulnerable. Extremely so. So, my recommendation, I don't hesitate to anybody, make sure, at least 15% of your wealth is in Bitcoin. Doesn't matter what the price is. So.
Can I ask what this beautiful portrait is behind Knut and Giacomo? Like this Citadel 21 thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about it before you came in, Joachim.
Sorry.
This is the second issue of the Hodlonauts magazine, Bitcoin fanzine sort of thing, called Citadel 21. It's a bi-monthly magazine where the plebs write the articles, and the art is made by different Bitcoin artists. This is from a guy called Martin Fisher, and he printed 21 of these, or actually printed like 25 or something, but he ritually burned 4 of them, so there were only 21
So he
left.
said, yeah, one of those things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then he mailed them out.
like
to
Counterparty,
all
all
of us.
the Bitcoin
Yeah.
they burned.
So this is like a honest version of shitcoin NFTs. These are really scarce.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. And and he fooled me and Giacomo to believing they're scarce. So that's why we hung them on our walls, I guess.
Oh yeah, I found them.
All right.
Beautiful.
We had the magazine. Yeah, I haven't read it. I guess now I know this is about. I feel like I'm an insider now. Whoa, I didn't really. What is this? This is volume 1 too. So what volume is that one that's on the poster? What volume is that?
Volume 2.
This is the
2?
cover of volume 2. Yeah.
Well, I have to order that. Are they available? Because I don't know how. I think Juan ordered this, but
I think you did.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, maybe we can ask hold on out if I can give a few spare to the conference.
Yeah,
I
for
will.
the museum.
That'd be
I
good.
think
Yeah.
they're sold out actually.
But maybe they have a secret
Yeah,
pre-mined.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, oh,
You
oh.
go
They'll
here,
print
kitty.
some more. Mm.
Here, kitty, 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 kitty.
How many volumes are there of this?
Two.
Just
I
Only
think
two.
it's like
Yeah.
no, there's like 8 or 9 or something.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Oh,
The
yeah. It
Citadel-
says it's monthly. So what month is it?
Citadel21.com. They're available for free online. So
Really? Okay.
check them with video links and everything. So
Man, I don't know.
Check it
so
out.
much I'm ignorant of. I didn't even know who Jack Mallard was till about a month ago. You know, the kid mentioned it. I said, well, this guy's doing some stuff. He hadn't said no yet. He might be coming. So if we get a hold of but I thought I was talking to the right Jack
Yeah.
Mallard, but I got some meme.
You
that
got
says, I got a
catfished.
fake Jack Mallard. He almost scammed me out of $500. Like I got a suspicious. Says, well, yeah, you can just pay me the conference fee now. I said, no, that's not what I'm doing. It's $500, and you get to come to the conference. And so I said, you know, this, and then he looked at it, oh, you're getting scammed. I said, really? I'm really stupid when it comes to internet stuff.
So
yeah,
apparently there are 21, and the 21st one is reserved for Satoshi. Is that right?
yeah, of the poster, you mean?
The poster.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is amazing. I love it.
Giacomo, you're muted. You're muted.
Sorry. Yeah, but you were explaining anyway. The physical magazine is in several copies, while the poster of the art is in a limited edition of 21. And I have 13, and Knut, as you said, like 17 or no, 14.
11, I think.
Oh, 11.
I think the physical
All right,
copies
you
of the
guys showing
magazine
off
are
posters.
limited as well to like
the
1,000 copies or
the
something.
numbered and limited to 1,000. I can see.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So
Well,
I guess
I
ugly's
got
done.
nothing for you. I got some here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is.
Wow, more stuff.
I bet you guys don't have this one. Eat your heart out.
I
Eat your
lost
heart out.
mine.
This is a signed copy. Whoops. This is a signed copy from the pinball tournament winner at the second unconfiscatable conference. And I mean, I don't know. There can't be. I think it's probably the only signed copy out there. But we frame it as part of our studio back here next to our pinball machine. So let me show you this. There it is.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you guys need to frame those things because you do, well, you do. Knut's got his frame, but you got to do this right. You know, these are masterpieces. These are.
Giacomo's framed too.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
What does it say? Inconfiscatable?
Yeah. This was the.
Yeah, it's a conference organized by Ton Base in Las Vegas, and it's this is the brand, and it's especially about the unconfiscatable characteristics of Bitcoin. And the theme of the conference is mostly it's set in a casino. Is mostly about there is a top poker tournament, so is less technologically oriented and more like I don't know how to explain, but more like money oriented, I would say.
You
While
know
this
what?
conference will be more standard, monetary standard oriented.
I do think. If Tone doesn't jump on this, I think maybe my next project is to build this pinball machine in real life. A limited edition, maybe just 100 of them.
We also have Autonaut apparently.
We're all hodlonaut, as you know.
Right. Oh, sorry, I said right. I mean right with just the R, not the W.
Yeah, not with the yeah. Not to offend
I'm loving all these art and merchandise and stuff. I heard
Yeah.
what was it? So Nick Carter's podcast On the Brink, they have like an entire store with stuff, and they have a T-shirt that says "Cantillon Outsider." I'm like, this is so monetary nerdy that I really need this shit. This is just great.
Well, yeah, I keep saying, we are going to be the new culture. All these things that, we're kind of throwaway, they're going to be really, because we all believe what we're doing is historic. I mean, I really do. My whole life is like a miracle. I can't believe I'm so lucky to live during these times and to be part of it. It's just, and it's really important to have a strong, good foundation. I think, that's what I like Jimmy about, because Jimmy, like I say, he lost speaker points on the debate with Roger Ver, but he gave us that foundation. You know, he in every point he hit it. All the, you know, it's important. We got to win the intellectual battles, and we are, we are. So, but it's not easy slaying dragons.
Not really.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Guys, I really appreciate
Thanks for
you
coming on.
and that's it. We're out of here. Come to the conference. Open invitation but you got to hit one of these. We'll put all of your affiliate codes on the link to this video. And so, like, say, if you don't want to sign up, Stefan has his up there. He's like an insider. I don't know. But don't put yours up there. But if you don't like Giacomo, you got two other ugly faces to choose from. You can get Knut or you can get Joachim, and that way you can get a 15% off the conference, and you can support your favorite
Speaker.
and panelist.
So you got to
and
fix
writer.
all that, Eddie.
Yeah.
All right.
Give me all the
Thanks, guys, for
You
coming
got it.
on. We'll do it again.
I just read that I retweeted the Knut's referral code, so now I'm
Okay.
Oops. Yeah.
All right. And for you guys that are speakers and you want to come to this thing, if we doubled down here, we might have a few more slots open. But we got people that have not said no, and we kind of, and so I get it. You know, a lot of people. It's a big trip coming to Mexico, and then we're kind of new at this, but we're not new. We've done one other before, and so.
It went okay.
Yeah, it went fine, and this is going. I think it's going to be historic, and hopefully it's the first one of many. So that's what
That's the
why we're
plan.
working on it. Yep, that's the plan. All right, guys, thank you so much. Well, you shall see
Thanks,
you.
guys. See you next
Ciao.
time.
Oh.
See you.
All right, very good. All right, thank you. Everybody there? Okay.
That's
Knut's there.
Thanks. Bye.
All
right, see you, Knut.
See you in August. Come on anytime.
all right, but we're still live though. You want to say goodbye to people first?
Oh, we gotta say. Oh. Well, we can say, guys. We'll just do the hollow one more time. The hollow,
We can do that.
Hollow dance, because that's what I teach, guys. I don't have anything complicated. I just go.
Hodl, hodl, hodl. Save, save, save. Build a, build a, build a. Sound money, sound money. See you
Thanks
guys.
for watching.